Hey my beautiful people, this is Life with Shay. This is the second video of the day. I'm coming back to you guys to give you the portion of, my sister was saying something. Give you the portion of, oh, I think she's saying that I can take her car. I don't know. Give you the portion of the part of my story that I told you guys that I had left out and hadn't got a chance to talk to you guys about. So I had spoken to my my stepmother because she's a big part of my life. She reminds me, I think I remind her so much of herself, of her growing up or whatever. And when she talks to me, I can see so much of myself probably at my age when she was that age or whatever. So she can relate to a lot of things. Anyway, she had been counseling me and kind of like telling me things about my breakup. She's, holding me accountable. She's been praying with me and also just trying to get me through the tough time. My face looked like that because this has been the past couple of years that, hold on for a second. You're bringing me my food. Thank you so much. Thank you. You put a fork in there?
Yep, fork in there.
Okay, thank you. You too. Yeah, I'm probably gaining this weight back because I've been eating this authentic it's chicken fried rice. It's an authentic restaurant. Ooh, this time it don't look like they put as much chicken in there. And I can use that protein. What was I saying? Let's see, because they brought me my food. Hold on, you guys. Put the seatbelt on. Gaining this weight. But it's how the camera is angled too. I'm going to start back losing it. But I think right now I'm just kind of stress eating. I will never, ever, they say not to say never. I'm not going to allow myself to get back in this position like this again when it comes to a man. This is just way too much. It's just way too much energy, like pain, unnecessary, that I may have self-sabotaged and caused upon myself, really. The big portion of what I didn't tell you guys was I talked to him yesterday. I talked to him yesterday with the intentions of saying I didn't want to, I was going to fall back because what you guys don't know is the day before he and I met and sat at a table and kind of talked about what transpired in our relationship, and we had, I thought, made the conscious decision that we were going to just try to get back together. Now I know this is finna sound crazy to you guys because he's living with his ex. He's back with his ex. Because of the situation of how he and I ended, of course, that's where he ended back up at. And a lot of people say normally guys go back to their ex. Okay, whatever, to each his own. Maybe that may be the case. I give zero fucks about her. Because the whole time when he and I were dating, she was steadily calling his phone. Just a bunch of drama. Like, it was just hard for her to detach as well. And I was trying to respect her feelings as a woman because I had understood that, okay, I know how a woman hurts when they don't have what it is that they want. So I was trying to like sympathize with that when it came to her. But it was just starting to become disrespectful. Her calling me out my name and just doing different stuff. But me being the bigger person because she's younger than me. She's like my oldest daughter age. Now, tell me why would a 47-year-old man want to be with a woman that's not even 30 years old yet? It's got to be something wrong with him. But whatever. I'm getting off track. What am I trying to say? We talked about getting back together. So y'all, that's a big portion of that you guys didn't know. So anyway, come that night, I'm thinking to myself, like, I honestly want this man back to the point of I would really just watch his car leave the parking lot knowing that he's going back to her house and probably get in her bed. Like, what type of woman am I to feel that that's okay? Because he, you know, was seeming like he was going to leave, but he wanted to do it in a way that wasn't gonna be messy. I got so much to say about the situation, but I can't. I just don't want to go too much into it because it's not really necessary. But to bring a big understanding, a big picture to you guys so that you guys can see it clearly, then I probably should say everything. But anyway, he didn't text me good night that night, nor did he say good morning the morning after. And I had to call him, and he was at work, and he was working, and he really couldn't take my call. But anyway, fast forward back, after we left that parking lot, I left feeling good. He hugged me, he embraced me, he told me he loved me. I told him I love him. And I was happy with the fact that I thought that my man was getting ready to come back home, you know. But just give him some time while he tries to detach himself from that without it being so messy. I said and I thought to myself throughout the night, and I talked to my stepmother, and I'm just like, the devil is a liar. I'm just like, there's no way a real woman, and I'm at my age, I'm 45. Maybe people at my age are still foolish. I don't want to be the foolish one. I started thinking to myself, like, you know what? He's exactly where it is that he wants to be. Because in that conversation, he had a nerve to tell me or ask me, can he bring her kids to my house? And those are not even his biological kids. And I don't even understand how come he can't detach from those kids. Them are not your biological kids. Of course, they are still young, so they might have took a love and a liking to them. I get it. But to ask me, the woman that don't like me, for her kids to come to my house, as if that was a stipulation he was putting on us getting back together, like the kids got to be able to come to the house. And then he has a dog that's a cane corso that he and her got together, you know, and so you know, when he and I start dating and talking, like after he left that situation with her, he wanted to bring that dog, but I'm just like, I ain't finna do no big dogs. I'm scared of dogs in the first freaking place. And that type of dog is very aggressive, but at the same time, cane corsos are very, very nurturing, loving dogs, but they are protectors, guard dogs. And so, okay, I get that. So when I got to even thinking about that, because he was like, the dog had to, you know, come with him. He's not leaving his dog again. And I was like, well, what if I say no? You know, this is during our conversation, and he was looking like, if you say no, like he was almost like gonna choose the dog over me this time around. So anyway, as I got to just thinking about it all through the night and hadn't heard from him, I called him, because at 12 o'clock the next day in the afternoon, I still hadn't heard from him. This is a person that's saying that he wants to come back home. He loved me, and we talked out. Like, why the fuck you waste my time, dude? Like, why do we even meet together to talk something out, and you weren't even serious about what you were saying? Bitch, like, why are you playing with me? Why are you playing with me? Why are you playing in my face? You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I'm expressing myself, so don't nobody come for me on this video. Don't come for me on this video. This is how I'm feeling at this time, and the Lord knows my heart. But he was playing in my face, but seeming sincere. So when I talked to my stepmother, I told her, I was like, let's just be praying about it. She said, whatever decision you make. This is when I talked to her that night after I told her that he and I had thought that we said we was gonna get back together. She's like, whatever decision you make, I'm in agreement with you. Just whatever you do, I don't want you hurting again. And I didn't think that I was going, because I felt victorious. Like, okay, I had felt better in that moment after knowing that he and I were going to try to work things out, because I just hate the way things ended. And I kind of just felt like it was just, it was just, it shouldn't have ended the way that it ended. And so with that being said, I just was happy that it was just going to be another chance, a second chance to really prove that our relationship can really thrive now, because I'm no longer in the environment where I didn't want to be at. And I kind of felt like, okay, I'm happier now. So this time you can get the happier version of me. You understand what I'm saying? So when I talked to him and stuff like that, I was thinking to myself, like, no, them kids are not coming to my house. Those are not his biological children. That dog is their dog. Her dog over there, that is his home. So you're not going to bring a dog from his home and bring him here. He does not know me. I was like, if he wanted a cane corso, that is fine. We can start off and get a whole nother dog. But he wasn't. I don't know what that noise is, but you're not bringing that dog over here. That's not my dog. That's not our dog. So after I had put it all down that way, because like I said, mind you, that conversation that we had, it's almost like he was putting a stipulation, like if I come back, the kids got to be able to come over here, because I have a soft spot for them kids, and the dog has to be able to come over here. So I'm up there looking up my lease to figure out how much it was going to be for a dog and everything. I let him see the lease and how much it was going to be for a dog to be there. But like I said, I started thinking to myself that night, like, because he was telling me the reason why he hadn't called me or contacted me, because he was feeling like if he had a came and there was another man at my home, that he didn't know what his reaction was going to be. So you basically went back to her. That's really where you obviously really wanted to be, because y'all had a past and she put you out and she sent you to jail, and it was all kind of chaos going on with her. But you would actually go back to that, knowing that she was disrespectful to me throughout our whole relationship. But you couldn't you couldn't correct your ego or put your man, you couldn't be a big man and just knock on my door and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I want you back, or call me or whatever. Nigga, you are exactly where you want to be. So I'm gonna let y'all be, and I'm gonna give you, you know, y'all can just be the happy little family y'all trying to be over there, and I'm just gonna fall back. That's what I told him. He detoured and dismantled all of that hardness that I was feeling, that I had told him, how I was expressing to him. He dismantled all that and was just like, I love you. You are the one that I want. I don't want this stuff to end messy, because that girl's gonna try to fight and be doing stuff to my clothes. And I'm up here giving him suggestions. Just leave when she's not there, when she's at work or something. This is a woman that is sounding too desperate for a man that obviously don't want to be don't want you or something. Like he's moved past his emotions. Like, just let it go. Because I started thinking to myself, like, bitch, you are putting yourself in so much of a lower standard to where you lost yourself. Like, girl, you know. And I started thinking about that, and I'm like, I'm just not gonna do it. So anyway, like I was saying, he dismantled how I was feeling. And I started feeling all good and stuff again, because he was giving me the confirmation that he was going to leave, and I was the one who he wanted to be with. All this stuff happened yesterday, you guys, and the day before. This is the big chunk that I hadn't told you guys. That's the time I said I had every right to really be calling him. I haven't heard from him all today, even though I had expressed that I wasn't putting up with that bullshit, and he dismantled me, making it seem like he wanted to be with me, but have not tried to even contact me today. Like, you must be really over me, and that must be really where you trying to be. That little young ass girl that was calling, playing on my phone. I guess you want the drama. I guess that's what you want over there. I guess you want those kids that ain't yours. I guess. So I'm just going to let it be. I have not contacted him today. This is how come I am in a whirlwind of hurt and pain, because I felt good. I felt good after talking to him the first couple times that I did, and him reassuring me that I was who he wanted and that we were going to try to work it out. But I feel stupid as fuck, because really he played me. He basically really just played me. You not wondering how my day is going, how am I feeling emotionally? Am I okay? Bitch, you ain't called and did and said nothing. So, anyway, with that being said, I talked to my stepmother again. She was like, girl, he want his cake and eat it too. She was just like, he's trying to straddle the fence. He's just trying to hold you around. And it just kind of reminded me of a motherfucker that ain't serious. And I had been expressing to that man yesterday. I was crying to him, telling him, you know, I was hurting and crying because, like I said, I lost my auntie on my birthday. I wanted him to be there to comfort me. And he was like, listen, I hear you. He was like, and I just need to come and console you. I need to just come and hold you. And I was like, no, that's not what you need to do. What you need to do is be making a decision to get the freaking heck from over there and handle stuff like a grown man. You ain't worried about nothing being messy, because if I'm who you want, that's just what it is. I'm gonna leave that man the fuck all the way alone. I didn't block his number, but I feel like if he calls me, I'm not gonna answer the phone. I just kind of feel like I'm bigger. I'm bigger than this situation. I love me. I love me, and I choose me, and I denounce pain. I sever every emotional soul tie attachment to this man. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. In the name of Jesus. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. Even though I am still feeling the rush of just the pain of, because he played me. He played in my face. And the pain of just knowing that a person say that they love you and then they go back to their ex. Like, I have different feelings of hurt going on, okay? Different levels. There's different levels of this hurt that I got going on, okay? It's not just hurting because, oh, we broke up. It's hurting. It's hurting, and it's levels of hurt because you played in my face. And not only did you do it once, you did it twice. And I guess it was for him, what, to get power? To get the power back in his hand? Because you just really showed me that you give zero fucks about me for real, for real. So with that being said, I'm good on him. You hear me? I'm good on him. I'm good on him. I'm making a conscious decision to move on, because I'm the bigger person. I'm that bitch. I am a prize to any man. Every man that approaches me every day calls me queen. You're beautiful. Don't worry. You know, it'll all be over soon. These are the words that I am getting from different men that's passing me by on the street or coming into the store, because they like, is you okay? You know, they can see the hurt. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm good. And just out of nowhere, I'm not saying what it is that I'm good about or whatever. And they just like, it'll be all over soon. You don't have to worry about nothing. Like, I'm taking in all of that encouragement. And I don't have to worry about nothing, because it's not like I'm an ugly female. It's a billion, gazillion different men out here. And whoever God has for me is for me. And I won't be going through this whirlwind of trauma and pain. I'm not going to no longer self-sabotage and hurt myself. I choose me. I love me, and that's just what it is. So again, this is me documenting my breakup, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the tea, this heartfelt video. Thumbs up the video, comment down below, and just give your sis a big virtual hug, because every hug is appreciated and I need it. All right, I gotta get ready to get back to the store. I got me some Chinese food. Like I said, I have been stress eating. I done been in this place like 3 days in a row. I have to stop. I have to stop. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. I gotta get back to work. I have to close the store down about 9 o'clock. So life was shade, you guys. Goodbye.